My beloved child, stop for a moment. Yes, you. Pause whatever your hands are doing. Still the scroll of your thumb. Let your eyes settle here. This is not random, not accidental, and not something to half listen to while your mind runs elsewhere. I arranged this exact interruption long before this day arrived. I knew the second your attention would meet these words, the way your chest would feel tight, the way your thoughts would race from task to task like birds startled from a tree. Nothing about this encounter is casual. This is your appointment with me. My child, I am not waiting for your life to get quiet before I speak. I am speaking to you right now inside the noise you are living in. Inside the pings and the deadlines, inside the laundry piles and email threads, inside the arguments you replay in your head, inside the fears that sit heavy behind your ribs. Work, relationships, expectations, worries, regrets, layer upon layer like a crowded room. And yet I am stepping into that room. I am not asking the room to empty. I am calling your name within it. Hear me, just you and me, even if your surroundings are loud and your thoughts are louder. My beloved child, give me your attention. Do not multitask me. Do not keep one ear on me and the other on your anxieties. Set your phone down for a moment if you can. Turn off the extra noise if you are able. If you cannot, then let your inner gaze lean toward me with all its might. Stay with me. Do not scroll past. Do not promise yourself you will come back later. Later will try to steal this from you. This is not a suggestion. This is a rescue. Let this be a holy interruption, a meeting I scheduled on your calendar even if you never wrote it down. I see the crowded places in your mind, and I am not accusing you. I am not here to shame you for being overwhelmed. I am here to steady you within it. I knew the exact day, the exact hour, and even the state of your heart when this message would arrive. I knew the pace of your breath, the tangle of your thoughts, the way a certain name or memory would flare like a warning light. I am not disappointed to find you in a storm. I am Lord in the storm. That is why I chose this moment, because I want you to know my voice is not fragile. My peace is not delicate. My word does not require silence to be sovereign. It creates silence inside you where none existed. My child, right now, make space with me on the inside. It can be the smallest space. You do not need the perfect room, the perfect playlist, the perfect mood. Breathe with me. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, loosen your grip on the outcome you cannot control. I am nearer than your breath, nearer than your next thought. I have counted the tears you wiped quickly so no one would see. I have watched you carry burdens you did not know how to share. I have listened to questions that seemed to echo with no answer. I am here, and I am answering by my presence first. You are not alone. My beloved child, I arranged this moment not to add another item to your list, but to remove the weight of the list from your soul. Do not rush me. When you honor me with these minutes, I will redeem hours for you. I will give clarity that multiplies your strength. But do not measure what I am doing by how dramatic it feels. Measure it by the peace that begins to rise, like warmth spreading through your chest, like a deep exhale you didn't know you needed, like a knot untying by a hand you cannot see. That is me. Stay with me. This is not random. This is not accidental. This is not optional for the health of your heart. The enemy would prefer you keep moving, keep numbing, keep scrolling, keep drowning in useful busyness that steals your attention from me. But I am cutting through that busyness now with a simple sovereign call. Attend to me. Let these words be the doorway you step through. If a thought tries to pull you away, work can wait. If a notification calls for you, let it wait. If a memory shouts at you, place it in my hands. I am here to hold what you cannot hold and to speak what you have been longing to hear. My child, say to me, even quietly within yourself, I am listening. If you can, whisper it. If you cannot, let your heart say it. Open your hands where you are as a sign, even if no one can see. You do not have to clean yourself up to come close. You do not have to fix the mess to invite me into it. I come into the mess and make it holy by my nearness. I do not flinch from your confusion. I do not retreat from your exhaustion. I draw near to it, and I draw you near to me. Time matters, and you will hear me speak of the next 72 hours. But first receive this. The beginning of readiness is right now. The first step is not a plan. The first step is a pause. Let me be the center in the swirl. Let me anchor you inside the moving waters. I am teaching you to find me at the sink, in traffic, on a break, between meetings, in the middle of the clamor, because I am not a visitor to your life. I am your life. My peace will meet you where your chaos lives. My beloved child, do not leave this moment yet. I am here. I am speaking in the middle, not after the middle has passed. Lay down for this breath the need to solve everything. Give me your attention and know that your Father has found you, right where you are. You are seen, you are held, you are safe to be still. Stay with me. This is your divine interruption, and it is the beginning of your steadying. My child, keep your attention with me. I see the crowded places in your mind, and I am not accusing you. I see the stack of responsibilities that feels taller than your time. I see the unanswered messages that multiply overnight, the bills waiting on the counter like silent judges, the family pressure that knots your stomach before the conversation even starts. I see the inner critic that drips its comments through your day. Too slow, too late, not enough, until even your small victories feel borrowed. I see the late-night thoughts that refuse to lie down, the quiet panic that shows up without permission at the traffic light, at the sink, in the middle of a meeting. I see the stories you rehearse and the arguments you re-argue with people who aren't even in the room. I see the calendar that keeps asking and the body that keeps answering with fatigue. And I tell you again, I am not accusing you. My beloved child, I do not bring light to your inner clutter to embarrass you. I bring light to shelter you. Hear me clearly. I do not say this to shame you, but to shelter you. Let that sentence settle in your ribs. Let it land where your breath has been shallow. I am the one who can hold you, not a voice joining the chorus of what you think you're doing wrong. You are not failing because you feel overwhelmed. Your Father is meeting you in it. I arranged this moment long before you named this season too much, and I am not disappointed to find you here. I knew the exact day, the exact hour your attention would lift toward me with the weight you carry, and I came to meet you as refuge, not as a report card. My child, beneath the busyness, I see the quieter griefs you have not always named. I see the fear of falling behind while everyone else seems to find their pace. I see the fear of disappointing those who count on you, the fear that if you stop for a breath, you will let something precious slip. I see the fear that you may never feel steady again, that this is your new normal, spinning plates and swallowing tears. I see how the phrase, "I'm fine," has become a polite disguise for, "I'm tired and I don't want to worry anyone." I see the dreams you moved to the back shelf, so no one would see how much it hurt to keep reaching. I see the grief of unanswered prayers and the ache of conversations you never got to finish. I have counted the sighs you released into your pillow so that your house could sleep in peace. None of this is hidden from me. None of this makes you less loved. My beloved child, listen. I am not measuring your worth by the empty spaces in your inbox or the fullness of your calendar. I am not watching your performance. I am holding your person. When I say, "Give me your attention," I am not asking you to juggle better. I am inviting you to let me carry what is not yours to carry alone. It is time to shift from what you carry to who carries you. Let me lift it from you, even as the world remains noisy. Place into my hands the deadlines that zip through your mind when you try to rest. Place into my hands the opinions you think you must manage, the narratives about you that are not true. Place into my hands the bills and the budgets, the future plans and the question, what if it all falls apart? Place into my hands the children you love, the marriage you are tending, the singleness you are navigating, the friendships that have grown thin. I do not grow weak with the weight that wearies you. I am steady when your knees shake. I am not fragile, and my presence does not require ideal conditions. I do not need quiet to be strong. I create quiet in you by my strength. My child, I see how the hum of worry has tried to become the soundtrack of your mind. But hear me. My peace is not a guest who waits at the door until the house looks perfect. My peace enters as a father who has a key, who steps into the mess and begins to set things right from the inside out. I am not negotiating with your panic to make room for myself. I am not competing with your fear. I am the one who speaks, "Be still," to the inner storm and teaches you how to hear me within waves that have not yet calmed. Even now, as thoughts run like wild horses, I am placing a hand on the reins inside you. Breathe with me again. Do you feel the smallest release in your chest? That is not your imagination. That is me, beginning to untie what has been wound too tight for too long. My beloved child, I am going to teach you a new way of listening that works in the real world you inhabit, while the timer is ticking, while the emails arrive, while a memory tries to hijack your focus. It will be simple and near. It will not be another performance. It will not add pressure. It will relieve it. I will show you how to step beneath the noise without leaving your life, how to bow your inner ear toward me in an instant. When the quiet panic rises, you will not argue with it. You will look for the pocket of peace I am placing inside you, and you will step into it for a moment like a doorway you can always find. When a thought arrives dressed like urgency but carrying dread, you will ask, does this lead me into peace or away from it? And you will learn the difference by feel. My peace will not shove you with shame, and it will not rush you with doom. My peace will guide you with a steadying hand and a present step. My child, whisper with me right now, even if only in your heart. Father, shelter me. Again, Father, carry me. If you can, unclench your hands. If you cannot, I will soften the grip for you. Feel how I meet you here. Not once you meet your own standards. You are not failing because you feel overwhelmed. Your Father is meeting you in it. I am beneath you like a strong floor, above you like a roof that holds the weather at bay, around you like arms that know your exact weight. In the next 72 hours, I will give you chances to practice this nearness in small, ordinary moments. Do not worry about doing it perfectly. Simply notice me. Pause for 3 breaths. Ask for my peace and follow where it widens. Stay with me. I am here and I am not accusing you. I am sheltering you, steadying you, and carrying you into the quiet I have prepared inside your very life. My child, keep your attention with me. I whispered first. I nudged you in the margins, in the small aches, in the gentle pull to breathe, to pause, to notice me in the ordinary. I brushed your thoughts with quiet invitations you could have easily missed because I am kind and I honor your will. But now I am calling clearly because time matters. Hear me. This intensity is not anger, not rejection, not disappointment. My urgency is proof of my love. I raise my voice the way a good father does when the crosswalk light is counting down and a car is turning fast. Firm not to frighten you, loud not to shame you, but clear to protect you and get you safely to the other side. My beloved child, I have been arranging things you cannot see. Conversations are lining up. Rooms you have not yet entered are being prepared. Questions you thought had no answer are nearing their reply. There are moments in a life when delay becomes a doorway the enemy loves to use. Delay that looks like harmless postponement, like I will get to it when I have more time, like tomorrow will be calmer. But listen to me. This is not one of those moments to drift. This is a moment to be spiritually awake. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to respond, not to panic, to pay attention, not to do more, to give me your attention so I can guide your steps in the right order. My child, do not interpret my clarity as a criticism of your slowness. I see your tiredness, and I am not accusing you. I speak plainly now because a quiet shift has already begun, and I want you to recognize it rather than stumble past it. I am not calling you to a perfect schedule or an ideal routine that never breaks. I am calling you to surrendered attention within the life you have. Offer me the first clear moment you find in an hour, and if you miss it, offer me the next. Offer me the last minute before you move to the next thing. Offer me 3 breaths and a soft, "Here I am," and watch how I multiply what you place in my hands. My beloved child, you have felt me by a whisper. Now feel me by a call. The call says, wake up the listening part of your heart. The call says, guard your focus as if it were treasure, because it is. The call says, the enemy has been netting your thoughts with little distractions, not merely to keep you busy, but to keep you from the very peace that would let you see what I am unfolding. He has tried to keep you in a fog where nothing feels urgent except the wrong things. He has tried to make panic feel like priority and peace feel like procrastination. I am reversing that order now. My peace is the priority. Follow the widening peace and you will find the path. My child, I arranged this moment long before you named this season. I knew the exact day, the exact hour your attention would lean this way. I am not late. I am right on time. And I tell you with tenderness and holy insistence, the next steps you take with me are not trivial. The decision to pause instead of push, to breathe with me before you answer, to ask me, is this mine to carry? These are not small choices. They are keys. They are how you will unlock clarity, strength, and alignment you have been missing. I am not asking you to sprint. I am inviting you to step with me in rhythm, one obedient moment at a time. My beloved child, within the next 72 hours, this clarity will matter. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken you. The next 3 days are not ordinary days in your soul. I am setting a gentle turning, and you will notice it when you honor the small cues I place in your path. You may see it in a conversation that suddenly opens a door you thought was sealed. You may sense it in an unexpected release of tension where there was always strain. You may feel it in a new boundary that feels like breath rather than guilt. You may watch it arrive as a no that protects a future yes. None of these will be forced. They will be recognized. And you will recognize them by peace, by the way your inner air clears when you turn toward the thing I am pointing to. My child, time matters because your heart matters, your future matters, and even the people connected to you matter. There is someone who needs the steadiness I am giving you now. There is a decision that will be shaped not by your fear of missing out, but by your fear of missing me, and that holy fear is wisdom. There is a pattern that has tried to repeat itself yet again, and I am interrupting it with you, starting now. Do not postpone your listening. Do not promise me later while your heart grows numb today. Later is a current that wants to carry you away from what I am saying in this moment. Now is your lifeline. My beloved child, hear the difference. I am not demanding perfection. I am inviting proximity. I am not stacking rules. I am offering rescue. Give me your gaze. When you feel the surge of hurry, ask, does this lead me toward peace or away from it? When you sense dread wearing the mask of importance, Step back for 1 minute and breathe my name. Father, I surrender my attention. Let that be your prayer on repeat whenever you feel pulled. My peace will not compete with your panic. It will invite you out of it. And as you accept that invitation over these next 72 hours, you will discover that what felt impossible to sort begins to sort itself under my hand. My child, I am cutting a path through the noise for you. Walk it with me. Keep your ear inclined, even while the world continues at its usual pace. I will show you when to speak and when to stay silent, what to prioritize and what to release, which call to return and which to let rest until the right time. I will not shout over your life. I will guide you within it. But understand, I am speaking clearly because I love you and because something is approaching that I have prepared you to meet. Stay close, stay awake, surrender your attention, and I will steady your steps. This is not random, this is rescue, and you are ready to hear me. My child, listen to me now. Within the next 72 hours, something I have already set in motion will come into view for you. The next 3 days are not ordinary days for your soul. I am not playing with your hope. I am not teasing you with vague promise. I arranged this window long before you named this season, and I am inviting you to walk through it awake. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken you. Stay close to me. Stay attentive to peace. This is a gentle turning I prepared, and if you remain near, you will recognize it. My beloved child, understand how my movement often comes. It is quiet, steady, certain, more like sunrise than lightning. Yes, there are moments when doors swing wide with a clang, but often the door has already been unlatched in the night, and when you reach for the handle, it yields without struggle. In the next 3 days, watch for this kind of yielding. You may notice a conversation that changes your perspective with one sentence that lands like fresh air. You may receive an opportunity that seems small at first glance, but carries alignment you have prayed for. You may sense a gentle closure, an ending that used to feel bitter now tasting like release. You may see a door open not because you pushed, but because you arrived at the right time. You may feel a burden lift, not because the circumstance vanished, but because I shifted it from your shoulders to mine. You may find a decision becoming clear, not by frantic analysis, but by the way peace gathers around one path and fades from the other. This is what my movement looks like in your life. Clarity without striving, courage without panic, steps that fit your feet because I measured them for you. My child, do not turn these days into a hunt for omens. I am not asking you to count the hours with clenched fists or scan your world with superstition. Do not press your face against every window asking, "Is this it? Is this it?" I am not hiding my work behind riddles. I am not setting you up to miss it if you blink. I am your father. I am kind. I guide by peace, not by paranoia. So let your breath be even. Let your attention be soft but steady. Attend to me, not to the clock. The countdown is my kindness, not your pressure. If you feel fear rising that you might miss it, return to me and say, "Father, anchor me, I will." My beloved child, here is how to watch with me. Notice what repeatedly returns to your heart with a gentle weight, even when you are not trying to think about it. That repeated nudge may be me drawing your attention to a conversation to initiate, an apology to offer, a boundary to set, a call to make, a step to take. Notice also what drains your peace the moment you give it your attention. The plan that suddenly feels like tight shoes, the opportunity that sparkles but steals your breath, the yes that tastes like dread. I am not in dread. Follow the widening peace, not the glitter of urgency. Notice what brings clarity without you having to force it, the outline that appears in 5 quiet minutes, the phrase that unlocks a stuck idea, the name that lights with warmth when you pray. This is how you will recognize me, not in the noise of panic, but in the spread of peace. My child, you have a role in this. I have prepared the shift. You will partner with me by responding to peace quickly and simply. When I nudge you to send a message, send it. When I urge you to pause before you answer, pause. When I ask you to step outside for 3 minutes and breathe, step outside. When I say, not that meeting, not today, believe me. When I invite you to put your phone face down and be fully present in the room you are in, obey me. These will look like small instructions, but they are alignment tools. They are how I steer you from fog into clarity, from noise into steadiness, from striving into flow. Do not despise the smallness. The hinge of a door is small too, and yet it carries the door's weight. My beloved child, some of you will see a gentle closure. A project you kept alive out of fear will show you its ending with peace, not shame. A role you thought you had to hold may release you without resentment. An attachment that kept your thoughts circling will loosen its grip as you bless it and let it go. Do not interpret closure as failure. When I close a chapter, it is to prepare your hands to receive the next page without tearing it. Others of you will notice a subtle opening. A person you need will return your call at just the right time. A resource will come into reach. Favor will meet you in a place where you used to meet resistance. Do not force the door open. Put your hand on it when I say, and you will find it gives way because I turned the latch. My child, I also prepared moments of protection within these 3 days. Pay attention to the no that rises as peace when you are asked to extend beyond grace. Pay attention to the yes that arrives with steady strength when the old fear begs you to hide. Pay attention to the check in your spirit when you start to explain yourself to someone who is not asked to understand you. My peace will not compete with your panic. It will invite you out of it. Follow the invitation quickly. If you hesitate, I will not condemn you. I will call you again. But practice responding while the queue is small. That is how you build readiness for larger turns. My beloved child, I know the question within you. What if I misread you? What if I confuse my own thoughts with your voice? Hear me. I am not fragile in my guidance. I am not grading you for perfect hearing. If you move toward peace and discover you misunderstood, I will correct you kindly, and peace will return. If you move toward dread because you mistook fear for urgency, I will stop you kindly, and peace will return. Either way, peace returns. That is the proof of my nearness more than your flawless discernment. So do not be paralyzed by fear of getting it wrong. Be faithful to attend and to respond as best you can, and trust me to shepherd your steps. My child, here are simple watchfulness cues for the next 72 hours. Keep your mornings uncluttered enough to hear a first cue from me, even if it is only 3 quiet breaths. Keep one pocket of your day unclaimed so I can place something in it if I choose. Keep your heart soft by forgiving quickly the small irritation, the repeated inconvenience, so resentment does not dull your ears. Keep your words measured. There will be a time to speak and a time to be silent, and I will show you which is which. Keep your environment supportive. Tidy a surface not for perfection but for clarity. Drink water. Step into light. Rest when I say rest. These embodied obediences are not beneath me. They are part of how I shepherd you within your real life. My beloved child, some of you will receive a name in your heart again and again over these days. Reach out. Others will sense a pull to close a tab, to delete a distraction, to unfollow a voice that stirs anxiety more than wisdom. Do it. Some will feel a sudden courage to submit an application, to ask a question, to request help you have been embarrassed to need. Move with that courage. Some will notice a quiet conviction to reconcile where pride has stood guard. Humble yourself and watch how peace multiplies. None of this is random. None of this is accidental. It is the choreography I planned to steady your feet. My child, I am not asking you to perform a miracle. I am asking you to stay close and obey simple cues. I am the one who performs the turning. I am the one who prepares the room, aligns the time, and softens the heart. Yours and others. Your part is to be awake, to notice, to respond, and to let peace be your compass. Within the next 72 hours, you will sense the quiet shift I have been preparing. It may look like a new step, or like a burden set down, or like breath returning to a place inside you that had forgotten how to expand. It will not announce itself with a trumpet, but your spirit will recognize it, because I have been teaching you the sound of my steps. My beloved child, stay with me in this. Do not argue with what brings you peace. Do not cling to what empties you of it. The next 3 days are a gift I am giving you, a window of gentle turning and attentive practice. Hold my hand. Keep your ear inclined. Say to me before each small obedience, Father, lead me by your peace, and then move when the peace widens. This is not random. This is rescue in motion, and you will recognize it because you are walking with me. My child, keep your attention with me. The noise around you has not been neutral. It has been a net. The enemy has been threading it strand by strand. Distraction, endless urgency, comparison that bruises your joy, doom scrolling that baptizes your mind in fear, self-accusation dressed as motivation, headlines that spike your pulse and then leave you hollow. He has not needed a dramatic attack to wear you down. He has used 1,000 small hooks, hoping you would call it normal life and stop noticing how entangled your thoughts have become. Hear me. I am not accusing you for being caught. I am cutting you free. My beloved child, I am exposing the strategy because I love you, not to shame you. The enemy has been whispering the same tired lies on loop. Too late, too broken, too inconsistent. He wants you to see your history as handcuffs, your weariness as a verdict, your interruptions as proof that you are unfit to hear me. But listen to my truth. You are chosen, you are held, you are still called. My plans for you are not so fragile that a season of fatigue could destroy them. My hand on you has not loosened because your attention wandered. I am not crossing your name off of anything I wrote over your life. I am steady, and I am here to steady you. My child, learn to recognize the net when it tries to wrap around you again. It looks like endless urgency. Everything feels like a fire, even when nothing is burning. It looks like productivity shame. You work and still feel behind, so you add more, and peace shrinks. It looks like comparison winding tight around your worth. Someone else's highlight reel becomes your measuring rod, and joy drains out of your day. It looks like the scroll that promises relief and delivers agitation. It looks like the inner critic that won't stop talking unless you agree that you are failing. It looks like catastrophizing, that what-if spiral that rehearses outcomes I have not authored. None of this is innocent. The enemy uses noise the way a fisherman uses a net, not to entertain you, but to capture you. And I am here, knife in hand, cutting strands you did not realize were choking your breath. My beloved child, I am going to teach you the difference between my conviction and the enemy's condemnation, so you can break free faster. Condemnation is loud, vague, heavy. It points at your whole self and says, "You are the problem." It floods you with dread, presses you into hiding, and paralyzes you from taking a single step. Conviction is clear, specific, light. It points to a moment, a choice, a word, and says, "Let me lift this with you." It carries a pathway forward, a next right step, and the atmosphere of hope. Condemnation drives you away from me. Conviction draws you toward me. Remember this: I correct to restore, the enemy condemns to paralyze. So when a wave hits your mind, ask, is this leading me to isolation and shame or to clarity and movement? Follow the voice that leads you into peace, even if it invites repentance. My correction will never degrade your identity, it will anchor it. My child, I will guard your mind as you guard your attention. Do you hear me? This is a partnership born from love. I have already placed angels on assignment around you. I have already marked the boundaries for your protection, and I am asking you to participate by choosing where your gaze rests and how your ears are tuned. When you decide to step out of the current that steals your focus, I meet that choice with power. When you lower the volume on the voices that stir panic and raise the volume on my presence, I surround you with a fortress of peace that does not crack under pressure. You take the step to guard your attention, and I will guard your mind. My beloved child, here is an attention reset for the very middle of your life. No special setting, no perfect quiet required. Use it as often as you feel the net tightening. Pause for 10 seconds and lay a hand on your chest if you can. Breathe in and say, even silently, Father. Breathe out and say, I am yours. Again, breathe in, Father. Breathe out, I am yours. Now ask me 3 questions. Is this mine to carry? Is this for now? Is this bringing me into peace? If the answer is no, 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 release it to me. If you sense one yes, I will show you the next small step that fits inside peace. This reset is not magic, it is agreement. Agreement with my nearness, with my order, with my way of leading you by peace and not by panic. Use it at the sink, at the desk, in a hallway, in your car. Use it before you answer, before you click, before you commit. You will be amazed how quickly the net loosens when you bring my name between its strands. My child, some of you need to cut explicit cords right now. The tab that pulls your mind into outrage, close it. The feed that consistently stirs comparison, mute it. The thread that spikes fear with every refresh, unfollow it. This is not withdrawal from the world. This is wisdom in the war for your peace. Others need to reset the story you tell yourself when you stumble. Do not agree with, I knew I would fail. Replace it with, Father, thank you that you are lifting me again. Heaven moves on that sentence. My grace rises to meet honesty and humility, not self-hate disguised as accountability. My beloved child, I see where fatigue has numbed your discernment, where you have said yes just to stop the pressure, where you have carried what was never yours because you were the one who could. I am not condemning you, I am rescuing you. Over the next 72 hours, I will highlight 2 or 3 places where the noise has been hiding a lie. Watch for it. When you see it, do not argue with it. Name it and hand it to me. This urgency is not wisdom. This dread is not direction. This shame is not conviction. Say it out loud if you can. The net loses power when it is named in my presence. My child, the enemy depends on you being too busy to notice, too tired to resist, too ashamed to ask for help. I am interrupting that pattern now. I am making you alert without making you anxious. I am making you watchful without making you suspicious of everything good. I am restoring to you a sober, steady mind, a mind that notices when peace thins and returns quickly to the shepherd who leads you beside still waters even when the world around you roars. You will not be tossed. You will not be toyed with. Not because you become flawless at focus, but because you belong to me and I am actively guarding what I purchased with my love. My beloved child, whisper this with me even now. Father, cut the nets. Again, Father, anchor my mind in your peace. Feel my hand at the knots. Do you sense a little more room to breathe? That is me. Do not wait to be perfect before you come nearer. Come nearer while I am cutting through the mess. You do not have to clean yourself up to be close to me. Your closeness is your inheritance, and your peace is your weapon. Stay with me, guard your attention, and I will guard your mind. The noise has been a battlefield, but I am teaching you how to win your peace back, one obedient breath at a time. My child, come closer, right here, in the very place where your shoulders are tight and your thoughts still hum like a swarm. Come, do not step away to tidy yourself or rehearse better words. Do not apologize for the noise inside you before you draw near. I am not waiting for you to become calm enough, holy enough, or emotionally stable enough to approach me. I am here now in the middle of your mess, and I am not offended by it. I am not surprised by it. I arranged this moment long before you named the chaos, and I prepared my peace to meet you as you are. My beloved child, you have believed a lie that closeness with me must be earned with perfect quiet, with long stretches of focus, with careful speeches that prove you are sincere. That is not my way. Prayer is not a performance you must perfect. It is a relationship you already belong to. You do not knock at a stranger's door. You walk into your Father's house. The mud on your shoes does not disqualify you from the table I set for you. The shakiness in your voice does not silence me. The tears that come uninvited do not embarrass me. Bring them. Bring the cluttered thoughts. Bring the sentence that breaks in the middle. You do not have to earn this moment with me. Your closeness is your inheritance. My child, I want your heart, not your polish. Talk to me as you are. Father, I don't even know where to begin. That is a prayer. Father, I feel too tired to feel. That is a prayer. Father, I am angry and I don't understand how to set it down. That is a prayer. Father, I am afraid I will miss you. That is a prayer. Honest sentences open doors faster than rehearsed monologues. I meet truth with tenderness and clarity. I do not reward eloquence. I respond to honesty. Let your words be simple. Let your breath be part of your prayer. My beloved child, place your feet on the ground if you can. Unclench your jaw. Lower your shoulders. Breathe with me. In. Father, out. I am yours. Again. In. Father, out. I am yours. Do you feel my nearness rising through the tight places? My voice is nearer than the panic. My presence is closer than the pain. Let the noise pass by without chasing it. You and I are here together, and I am anchoring you from the inside out. You are not required to create stillness. You are invited to consent to mine. My child, give me the next minute, then the next. This is how peace returns, not by conquering a day with heroics, but by yielding a minute with trust. In 1 minute, you can say, "Here I am." In 1 minute, you can ask, "Is this mine to carry?" In 1 minute, you can listen for which thought brings breath and which one steals it. In 1 minute, you can release the grip you have on an outcome and place it in my hands. Minutes become momentum when they are offered to me. This is how I steady you, not by demanding you hold it all together, but by teaching you to take my hand again and again in the ordinary rhythm of your day. My beloved child, I am not after the version of you that appears when the house is quiet, the inbox is empty, and your emotions behave. I am after you, the one who sits in traffic whispering, "Help me," the one who stands at the sink and feels the ache of unanswered questions, the one who scrolls to numb and then remembers to say, "My name." That is where intimacy grows, inside the unremarkable minutes you let me touch. Invite me into the hallway between tasks, the pause before you reply, the moment you reach for something to drown the ache. I am not fragile. I enter rooms as they are and make them holy by my presence. My child, hear me say this plainly. Your access to me is based on belonging, not achievement. You are mine because I chose you, not because you checked every box. You are received because I opened the way, not because you polished your performance. When you approach me, you do not present credentials. You rest in relationship. When shame says, "Clean yourself up first," Answer it with truth. My closeness is my inheritance. When perfectionism hisses, "You're not ready," answer it with trust. My Father is ready for me now. When fear argues, "You'll make a mess," answer it with courage. He meets me in the mess and makes order out of it. My beloved child, let us do this together now in the very middle of your day. Place your hand over whatever feels clenched inside, your chest, your stomach, your fists. Breathe. Say to me, "Father, I bring you the part of me I've been hiding." Name it if you can, the resentment, the jealousy, the numbness, the dread. Hand it to me without a speech. Simply say, "Here." I do not punish your honesty. I purify your heart with it. I do not humiliate confessions. I heal them. I do not record your missteps to hold over you. I rewrite your steps to lead you into life. My child, I know you fear that if you stop performing, you will stop progressing. Hear my wisdom. Performance without presence exhausts you and does not bring you closer to purpose. Presence births the steps that matter. In the next 72 hours, I will meet you in the exact minutes you give me. I will take the one honest sentence and expand it into clarity. I will take the 3 deep breaths and lay a path of peace beneath your feet. I will take the smallest surrender and make it a doorway you didn't see before. Do not wait for a perfect hour. Offer me the next minute, then the next. This is not random. This is how rescue moves through time. My beloved child, some of you will feel unworthy to come near because of what you did, said, or failed to do. Listen, I correct you to restore you, and I restore you to bring you closer. I am not forcing you to pay me back with distance. Do not exile yourself. Return now. If there is a step to take, I will show you. If there is a word to speak, I will place it in your mouth. If there is a boundary to set, I will give you the courage wrapped in peace. Nearness first, steps next. Always in that order. My child, stay here a moment longer. Let the air in your lungs testify that I have not left you. Let the slowing in your chest remind you that I carry what crushes you. Let your eyes close if you can and say, "Father, I am here and you are here." Feel the truth of it. This is not you earning me. This is me embracing you. Walk out of this minute with me, and when your mind runs again, come back. Give me the next minute, then the next. This is how peace returns. This is how we will walk together through the next 3 days. Not above the mess, but with me in the midst of it, hand in hand, heart to heart, beloved and unafraid. My child, listen to me and let this settle deep. You are chosen in the very place that feels tangled. You are chosen while your mind is loud, while your calendar spills over, while your chest forgets how to unclench. I did not wait for a future polished version of you before I wrote your name into my purpose. Long before you took your first breath, I knew you. I formed your frame. I measured your days. I placed assignments within you that are not fragile, not fickle, and not subject to cancellation by fatigue. Nothing about this moment is random. I am speaking identity over you in the very swirl that told you to question it. My beloved child, you have been telling yourself a false story. I am too tired to be trusted with purpose. I am too inconsistent to carry anything significant. I am a delay, a detour, a disappointment. Hear me, tired does not mean disqualified. Overwhelmed does not mean abandoned. Worn down does not mean written off. You are not a failed project. You are a beloved child in process, and I am a faithful father who finishes what I start. I do not call you because you are perfect. I call you because I am purposeful. I do not select you because you never waver. I select you because my strength is made visible in your need. Your weakness does not threaten my will. Your exhaustion does not empty my kindness. My child, I have seen every night you turned your face to the wall and wondered if anyone would notice your tears. I have heard the prayers you whispered into your pillow when you did not have faith for full sentences. I sat beside you when disappointment arrived without announcement and took your breath away. I was there when you went quiet because answers did not come in the way you imagined. None of those moments were wasted. They became rooms where I stored compassion inside you, where I deepened your courage, where I widened your capacity to carry others gently. I am not embarrassed by your private pain. I have been weaving redemption through it, thread by thread, even when you could not see my hands. My beloved child, delays and detours do not carry final authority over your journey. I do. Do you hear me? I have seen you interpret pauses as punishment, setbacks as sentences, and reroutes as proof you missed me. They are not. In many places, I was protecting you from doors that would have devoured your peace. In others, I was maturing your roots so the fruit could last. I have been building strength under the soil while the surface looked still. My plans for you are not so delicate that one misstep can destroy them. I factor in your learning curve. I redeem your wrong turns. I turn even your stumblings into stories of mercy that will steady someone else. I am Lord over timing, and I do not lose track of what I promise. My child, the enemy has been loud in your tiredness, saying, "You're done, you missed it, let it go, you're not who you thought you were." I am cutting those words away. I am placing my hand under your chin and lifting your face. Look at me. You are who I say you are, chosen, carried, anointed for the everyday and the extraordinary, loved beyond your metrics, entrusted with purpose that does not evaporate in a hard season. You are not the sum of your energy level. You are not the sum of your to-do list. You are not the sum of your last stumble. You are mine. Breathe that in, mine to love, mine to lead, mine to steady. Your calling stands because my choosing stands. My beloved child, I am about to take what hurt you and make it evidence of my rebuilding, not proof of your failure. Watch how I repurpose your scar into a doorway of empathy. Watch how I recycle your silence into wisdom that speaks at the right time with weight and tenderness. Watch how I use the room where you cried to become the place you counsel another with authority that cannot be faked. This is not pretend hope. This is the way I work. I gather the fragments and fashion them into something beautiful that would not exist without the breaking. Within the next 72 hours, I will show you a first sign of this turning, a conversation where your pain becomes clarity for someone else, a memory that no longer stings but instructs, a task you thought would drain you that instead meets you with unexpected joy. Do not dismiss it as small. It is my seal starting to shine through the cracks. My child, hear my commission wrapped in gentleness. Stand up inside even if you remain seated where you are. How do you stand up inside? You agree with me. Put your hand on your heart and say, "Father, I receive what you have spoken over me." Say, "I am chosen in this chaos." Say, "My tiredness is real, but it is not my ruler." You are not pretending you feel strong. You are agreeing that I am strong in you. Then take one step that aligns with who I say you are. Send the message you have delayed because shame tried to silence you. Write the paragraph you've been circling. Forgive the person whose name still tightens your chest. Rest as an act of trust instead of collapse. Rest is not retreat when I ask for it. It is repair. It is how I fit your calling to a body and a nervous system and a week. You do not prove you are called by burning out for it. You prove it by walking with me in it. My beloved child, I will also send you reminders of your name over the next 3 days. You will hear a phrase that once confirmed your direction and feel it quicken again. You will remember a promise I whispered in a different season and realize it never expired. Someone will speak life over you without knowing why, and it will feel like I touched a tuning fork in your soul. The note will ring true. When you feel that resonance, do not argue it away. Some will say, "But I am behind." Answer with me, I am exactly where the shepherd knows how to find me. Some will say, but I failed. Answer with me, failure is not final in a story written by redemption. Some will say, but I am so tired. Answer with me, then come nearer, I will steady you. My child, I do not say this to flatter you or inflate you. I say it to locate you in truth. Your calling is not a reward for performance. It is a response to my purpose. Your identity is not a fragile title that can be revoked by a rough week. It is a birthright anchored in my choosing. You will move again. You will build again. You will laugh without bracing. You will find focus without forcing. You will carry responsibility with grace, because I will carry you. And if you stumble tomorrow, I will not revoke what I affirmed today. I am the one who keeps covenant. I am the one who walks you out of weariness and into wise strength. My beloved child, let us mark this together. Whisper to me now, Father, I am yours. I receive my calling again. Breathe with me, in, chosen, out, held. Again, in, chosen, out, held. Within the next 72 hours, walk with this rhythm. When the old voice of disqualification whispers, answer it with my peace. When fatigue tells you to surrender your name, lay your head on my chest and listen for the steadiness of my heart. I am not rushing you. I am rerouting you. I am not scolding you. I am strengthening you. You are not disqualified by exhaustion. My calling stands and I am steadying you. Stay close to me. We are not done. We are beginning again, right here, where the noise once tried to define you. My child, keep listening. You have given me your breath. Now give me your ears. Let me sort the voices. I am not competing with your panic, and I will not shout over the storm inside your head just to win your attention. I am here, nearer than the next thought, steadier than the next wave, and I am going to teach you how to know me in motion. My guidance is accessible even now. Peace is the filter that helps you recognize my voice. My beloved child, many voices have been speaking at once. Fear tells you to move faster or you will lose everything. Shame says you must pay for mistakes by overworking. Nostalgia pulls you backward to what felt safe and familiar. People-pleasing begs you to say yes to avoid disappointing someone. Pride insists you must prove yourself right now. Despair whispers that nothing will change, so why try? Hear me. None of these are me. My voice carries weight without heaviness, urgency without panic, clarity without cruelty, direction without dread. When I lead, you can breathe while you obey. When pressure shouts, hurry or else, step back. I am not in the stampede. My child, here is a simple protocol for crowded minds, a way to listen while life keeps moving. Use it standing in a hallway, sitting in your car, or in the middle of a conversation when you feel the swirl begin. 5 steps, small, real. We will practice them together. First, name the noise. Do not let it stay a fog. Say, this is fear, or this is people-pleasing, or this is the what-if spiral. Naming the voice loosens its grip because hidden pressure grows in the dark, but loses power in the light. Second, release one fear. You do not have to empty the whole room. Open one window. Say, Father, I hand you this fear of failing this task, or I hand you this fear of missing out. Picture placing it into my hands. I take what you give, and I give peace in exchange. Third, ask one simple question. What is the next right step that fits inside peace? Not 10 steps, not the whole plan. One step that your breath can carry. Fourth, wait for peace. Do not force an answer. Let peace rise or fall as you consider the option. If the thought brings an exhale and a sense of settledness, even amid risk, that is me. If it spikes dread, tightens your chest, and demands you abandon relationship to proceed, it is not me. Fifth, obey the next small instruction. Do it gently, promptly without drama. Send the message, say the boundary, pause the reply, take the break, write the sentence. Small obedience opens large clarity. My beloved child, hear the secret hidden in plain sight. Clarity increases as you respond to what you already know to do. Many are waiting for a map while refusing a step, but my path often lights one square at a time, like lamps along a hallway that come alive beneath your feet. You do not need to see the room at the end to take the step that peace illuminates now. Each agreement with me clears static from the line. Each yes made inside peace makes the next yes easier to recognize. Do not despise the day of small obedience. It is not a delay, it is the doorway. My child, beware of the counterfeit urgency that feels like a hand at your throat. Anxiety demands a decision this instant and threatens disaster if you pause. My wisdom may invite prompt action, but it never requires you to disconnect from me to do it. When I move you quickly, you will still sense me holding your hand. You will feel clean courage, not clawing compulsion. If you must switch off compassion, crush your own limits, or bulldoze someone else's heart to get it done, that is not my path. Step back, breathe, wait until peace confirms the way. The right thing at the wrong pace can still be the wrong thing. My beloved child, some of you have made entire plans in the atmosphere of panic. I am not condemning you, I am rescuing you. Bring me those plans. Lay them on the table between us. Ask, Father, what part of this is yours? Then watch what peace rests on. I may ask you to keep a single line and release the rest. I may remove a timeline and leave the goal. I may point to one conversation to have now and set the others aside. This is how I sort. I separate the precious from the pressure. I separate what builds from what drains. I separate what I authored from what anxiety added. And as I sort, I steady you. My child, here are signs that a thought is from me. It aligns with what I have already spoken to your heart. It does not violate the love I have taught you to walk in. It comes with enough courage to move and enough humility to wait. It leaves room for rest. It does not demand you betray your peace to accomplish it. Here are signs that it is not from me. It thrives on secrecy and isolation. It feeds on your fear of being seen as less. It makes you smaller in love to look larger in success. It tells you that if you pause, you will lose me. You will not lose me. I am the one holding you. My beloved child, in the next 72 hours, I will confirm direction to you through alignment, repetition, and peace. Alignment. Separate conversations will begin to point in the same direction without you forcing them. Repetition. A phrase, a picture, or a nudge will reappear on a page, in a message, from a friend, ringing with the same steady note. Peace. When you consider a step, you will feel your shoulders lower and your breath return, even if the step requires courage. Take these as companionship, not coincidence. I arranged them long before this week began, so that you would know I am walking with you. My child, practice this even now. Put your hand over your heart and whisper, Father, sort the voices. Name one noise. Release one fear. Ask one question. Wait for peace. Obey one small instruction. Do not wait for ideal conditions. Do it in the kitchen, in line, between meetings. And when you forget, start again. The practice is the point because the practice keeps you near. I do not love you more when you get it right. I steady you more as you keep returning. My beloved child, I will not compete with your panic because I love you too much to reinforce it. I will not make my voice harsher just to match the volume of the crowd in your head. I am training you to lower the crowd. I am training you to choose the gentle strength that does not shout. Remember this sentence and use it as a plumb line. If I must abandon peace to proceed, it is not my path. Let that guide your yes and your no. Let it shape your schedule. Let it choose your conversations. Let it protect your heart. My child, take comfort. You are not late to this skill. You are right on time for this lesson. And as you walk it out over the next 3 days, you will notice that decisions once clouded begin to clear, that you can bless others without betraying yourself, that you can move at a pace that honors both purpose and presence. I am with you in all of it. Stay close. Ask often. Obey small. Peace will lead you, and I will meet you in every step. My child, listen to me. I am restoring what the noise stole. I am doing it here, not later, within the life you are living now, not after every demand disappears. Nothing about this moment is random. I arranged it because what I am setting in motion requires a steadier you, and I am giving that steadiness as a gift. I am not only fixing circumstances, I am restoring the parts of you that got worn down. My beloved child, I see what has been taken and tangled. Rest slipped through your fingers while you tried to be everything to everyone. Confidence thinned beneath the constant comparison and second-guessing. Hope sagged under news and numbers and narratives that told you to brace for disappointment. Creativity dimmed when survival became the only strategy your body knew. Patience unraveled when every interruption felt like a threat. Even your ability to feel me near seemed muffled by the static. Prayers felt like pebbles thrown into wind. I am not accusing you for these losses. I am recovering you from them. The enemy used noise as a net. Now I am cutting you free and returning what was caught. My child, hear my promise. I restore by presence and process. I come close and then I keep coming. I lay peace like a blanket over your nervous system until your breath remembers its own rhythm. I settle your spirit until the ground inside you stops shaking. I renew your mind until thoughts stand in formation instead of stampeding through your chest. This is not a trick or a temporary high. This is me making all things new in the places the noise frayed. I am returning focus that can hold a thought without fighting it. I am returning joy that rises without guilt. I am returning courage that moves without having to roar. My beloved child, within the next 72 hours, you will notice the first waves of this restoration. Sleep will come a little sooner, and waking will not feel like drowning. A simple task that has been foggy will come into focus and finish with ease. An idea will spark where you felt dry, and it will arrive with a smile you did not force. A moment that used to trigger panic will soften, and you will feel yourself choose patience without white-knuckling. You will sense me near in a place where you had concluded I was silent. Do not dismiss these as small. These are the down payments of the full restoration I am unfolding. My child, I am also dealing with regret, the ache that says, time is gone. I wasted years. I am behind. Listen to me. I am the one who redeems time by redeeming you within time. I do not rewind the clock. I renew the heart so that time ahead bears multiplied fruit. I take lessons carved by mistakes and repurpose them into wisdom that spares you future pain and serves others with compassion. I turn your scars into a language you can speak fluently to someone drowning in the same waters. I am not shaming you for detours. I am weaving them into a map that still leads to life. Nothing you have learned will be wasted, and nothing you have lost will be beyond my restoration. I return what was stolen with interest, more clarity, deeper empathy, truer strength. My beloved child, the movement I am setting in motion soon will require a calmer, clearer you, because doors that open from me are best walked through with eyes steady and heart settled. I will not strap blessings to a frantic soul and call it favor. I am preparing you to carry what is coming without it carrying you away. Your steady breath will become strategy. Your settled spirit will become discernment. Your resilient mind will become a sanctuary where decisions are made from peace, not panic. This restoration is not indulgence. It is readiness. It is me fitting you to purpose so purpose does not undo you. My child, let me tell you how you will feel it. Focus will return as I prune your attention. Tasks you could not refuse will suddenly feel negotiable, and you will say no without guilt because peace confirms the boundary. Joy will return in ordinary places, a taste, a color, a kindness, a line of sunlight across the floor, small doors into laughter that loosens your chest. Courage will return as a quiet yes that stands when it needs to, speaks when it must, and stays when leaving would be easier. You will notice you no longer have to choose between love and truth. Courage will hold them together. And beneath all of this, you will know, I am not performing calm, I am being calmed. My beloved child, I see the marks the net left, red lines on tender skin where pressure taught you to hustle for your worth. I am healing those lines. I am massaging the ache until it releases. I am teaching your body that safety does not require hypervigilance, that you do not need to scan every horizon to be protected. I am here. I am the watchman at your walls. Rest is not negligence when I give it. It is faith in action. Receive my watchfulness and let your shoulders drop. This is how restoration feels, like a weight you thought was you falling away. My child, regret has said, if only I had been better, earlier, quieter, stronger. I answer regret with resurrection. I breathe on what you thought was final. I gather the missed chances and weave them into new chances that fit the person you are becoming. You are not disqualified by the pauses. You are refined by them. The field that looked fallow has been gathering rain beneath the surface. Now I call seeds to rise. Creativity, come forward. Hope, lift your head. Confidence, take your seat. Patience, return to your post. Courage, stand at the door and smile. It is time. My beloved child, slow down with me now and let this land. Open your hands if you can. Breathe with me. In, restore, out, receive. Again. Let your chest agree with the truth. I am pouring oil on the gears of your mind. I am smoothing what has ground and caught. Say to me simply, Father, I welcome your restoration. You do not have to feel worthy. You have to be willing. Let me place my hand on your head in this very moment. I bless your focus to return. I bless your joy to rise. I bless your courage to move. I bless your rest to deepen. I bless your hope to take root. I bless your creativity to awaken like a window, opening to fresh air. My child, stay in this nearness over the next 3 days. When you notice the small returns, thank me out loud and follow the peace that accompanies them. Do not rush to spend your strength as soon as it comes back. Let it stack. Do not test your focus to prove it has been restored. Use it gently and watch it grow. Do not shout your courage to make it real. Practice it with kindness and watch it become a way of being. I am with you in this. This is not fragile. This is me restoring you from the inside out, so that when the doors I have prepared open, you will walk through them whole, unhurried and unharmed by the old noise. Stay close. Receive. We are not merely adjusting your schedule. We are rebuilding your soul. My child, do not wait for a better moment. This is the moment. Pause whatever you are doing and give me your attention. Yes, you, the one reading these words in the middle of your day. Nothing about this encounter is random. I arranged this exact interruption long before you named your stress. I am speaking to you inside the noise, not after it disappears. Bring me your honest words now and watch how my peace begins to move through your day. My beloved child, we will pray together in simple sentences. I will lead. You will answer. Do not search for perfect language. Speak as you are. Breathe and let your breath carry each line. First, Confess the truth of where you are. Say, Father, I am overwhelmed, and I cannot quiet my mind by myself. Let those words be enough. If you can engage where you are, do it now. Type, Father, quiet my mind. Comment, Lord, I am listening. Your honesty opens the door, and I am already on the other side of that door, with peace in my hands. My child, now surrender what you have been gripping. You do not have to understand it to release it. Say, Father, I place the outcome I cannot control into your hands. Then breathe out. Again, I release the timeline, the pressure, and the image of how it must look. Let your shoulders lower as you say it. If you can, write a single line where you are. Type, I surrender the outcome. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Control that never belonged to you was crushing you. Control that belongs to me will carry you. My beloved child, ask me for what I love to give. My peace is not scarce, not fragile, not withheld. It is near, like air for your lungs. Say, Jesus, take my fear and give me your peace. Again, slowly, Jesus, take my fear and give me your peace. Let the name you speak steady you. I am nearer than your next thought. As you say it, notice the small settling in your chest. Do not rush it. My peace does not compete with panic. It replaces it as you make room. My child, now open the space for instruction. You do not need a library of answers, only the next step that fits inside peace. Say, Father, I am willing to obey the next small instruction you highlight. Then ask, what is my next right step inside your peace? Wait one breath longer than feels comfortable. I am not far. I am not silent. A word, a nudge, a picture will begin to rise. When you glimpse it, do not argue with it because it seems small. Small obedience opens large clarity. Type, I will follow your peace. My beloved child, make this concrete. Name one burden specifically and place it into my hands. Say it softly or write it plainly. Name the person whose voice spikes your anxiety. Name the bill that stares at you. Name the deadline that feels like a wall. Name the diagnosis, the habit, the what-if spiral, the conversation that steals your sleep. Do it now. Comment, I release, name it. If you cannot write it publicly, whisper it to me. I hear. Picture handing it to me. I am not dropping it. I am not delaying with it. I am not shaming you for carrying it too long. I am taking it, and in exchange, I am placing weightless authority in your hands, the authority to breathe, decide, and move in peace. My child, hear my assurance. I have heard you immediately. I am with you in this very breath. I am already working within the 72-hour window I spoke of. Threads have been set in motion. Doors are turning on quiet hinges, and I am aligning conversations you did not know were necessary. You do not need to manage the miracle. You need to remain near. Do not say, it is too late. I knew the exact hour you would pray these words. I knew the exact ache you would hand me today. I am not late, I am right on time, and I am right here. My beloved child, some of you feel numb and fear your prayer did not count because emotion did not arrive on cue. Hear me. Numbness is not unbelief. Fatigue is not rebellion. Your honesty is enough. Your breath is a prayer. Your willingness is a door, and that door is open. I do not grade your voice. I hold your heart. Keep saying the simple lines with me. Peace grows by consent, not performance. Consent again, even now. Father, I receive your nearness. My child, this prayer is not the end of the moment. It is the beginning of movement. From now until the next 72 hours complete, walk with a listening posture. Watch for what I already told you to expect. Alignment, repetition, and peace. When separate voices begin to point the same way, do not call it coincidence, call it companionship. When a phrase reappears, do not wave it away, write it down. When you consider a step and feel your breath return, move with that exhale. Obedience is how you keep the door open and invite my peace to pass through your day, your schedule, your relationships. My beloved child, establish a simple rhythm with me so this prayer shapes your hours. Morning, 2 minutes with your hand on your heart. Say, Father, set my pace with peace, and wait for one small instruction. Midday, pause in place, at the sink, at the desk, at the corner, and ask, is this mine to carry? Release what is not. Evening, name one place you sensed my help and thank me aloud. Gratitude keeps you close because it keeps you honest about what I am doing. None of this is random ritual. It is readiness. The next 3 days are not ordinary to me. They are a prepared path, and I will walk you through it, step by step. My child, say these lines with me one more time and let them settle. Say, Father, I am overwhelmed, and I give it to you. Say, I surrender the outcomes and receive your peace. Say, speak and I will obey the next small instruction. And now, seal it with trust. I believe you hear me, and you are working within the next 72 hours. Let that belief be gentle. Let it be as simple as choosing to lean in rather than lean away. My beloved child, I bless your ears to recognize me, your eyes to notice the subtle signs, your mind to release what is not yours, and your body to move in a rhythm that honors both purpose and presence. When distraction tries to drag you back into the stampede, return to these sentences. When fear reaches for your throat, whisper my name and feel how it loosens. When doubt says, nothing changed, look for the small door that just unlocked and place your hand upon the handle. Peace will open it. I am not teasing you with hope. I am training you in nearness. My child, say one final confession of trust. Father, I am yours, and today I will walk by your peace. Type it if you can. Comment, today I will walk by your peace. And then stand up inside, even if you remain seated where you are. This prayer is your beginning. Watch, listen, respond. I am with you. I will steady you. And within the next 72 hours, you will recognize what I have set in motion because your heart will say, without striving, this is the way. My child, stay with me. Over the next 3 days, walk with me, not ahead of me. Nothing about this instruction is random. I arranged this moment, and I am arranging the hours before you so that your peace and your obedience will help you recognize what I am unfolding. I do not say this to load you with pressure. I say it to free you from it. You do not have to make anything happen. You do not have to manufacture a breakthrough or chase a sign. You only need to stay near, agree with peace, and respond when I nudge. Within the next 72 hours, the readiness we practice together will become the way you see what I have already set in motion. My beloved child, here is the simple rhythm I am giving you. Morning, midday, evening, not a burden, a breath. In the morning, invite me. At midday, pause and reset. In the evening, review and release. This is how you will walk with me. This is how you will refuse the old pattern of rushing ahead and then asking me to bless the speed that burned you out. This is how you will let peace lead. My child, in the morning, before you reach for your scrolling, before you rehearse your worries, reach for me. Sit or stand where you are and place your hand over your heart. Whisper, Father, I invite you into this day. Lead me by your peace. Breathe in, near, breathe out, lead. Do this 3 times. Then hand me 3 things: the day's biggest concern, the day's simplest task, and the person on your mind. Say them out loud. I take what you name. Ask me for the next right step that fits inside peace, not the entire plan. I will give you one piece of solid ground. Often it will be small and doable. Send this message. Schedule this rest. Finish this paragraph. Make this call. Say this no. Then speak one sentence of truth into the day. If I must abandon peace to proceed, it is not my path. Let that sentence be your fence. Carry it with you as you move. My beloved child, at midday, when noise tries to climb back into the driver's seat, pause and reset. It can be 90 seconds. Stop where you are if you can. Plant your feet, unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, breathe slow and steady. Name the loudest voice in that moment. This is fear, or this is hurry, or this is proving. Place it in my hands by saying, Father, I give you this fear. Then ask again, what is the next right step that fits inside peace? Wait for the exhale that tells you I am with you in that step. Then obey it gently. If you are tempted to run past this pause, remember, I am not hiding. I am nearer than the next thought. One honest pause can change the direction of an entire afternoon. My child, in the evening, review and release. 10 minutes if you have them, 2 minutes if you do not. What matters is the honesty. Sit with me and scan the day. Where did you sense peace? Where did the noise try to return? Thank me specifically for 3 moments where peace met you, a sentence that landed, a boundary honored, a breath that steadied you. Then hand me 3 places that still feel tangled. Say, Father, I release this to you, and picture placing each one into my open palm. If regret tries to come in and rehearse the day against you, cut it short. Say, I refuse the spiral, I receive your rest. Let your last words before sleep be, lead me by your peace even as I sleep. Speak to me as you will. I am not off duty in the night. I watch over you. I work while you rest. My beloved child, hear me on this. When anxiety spikes, you do not have to drown in it. Here is what I want you to do, right where you are. Stop, breathe, speak truth, decide. Refuse the spiral, stop. Pause your motion, your sentence, your send button. Breathe, slow, deep, steady breaths, until your body remembers you are safe with me. Speak truth aloud, out loud, not only in your mind, because your ears need to hear your mouth agree with me. Say, I am not alone, I am held. Peace is my path. Father, I refuse the spiral. Lead me now. Then decide one wise next step, not 5. 1. It could be stepping outside for 2 minutes of air, rescheduling a call you cannot do in honesty, eating something nourishing, or asking for help. Finally, refuse catastrophizing. When your mind runs toward worst-case stories, say, I am not making movies with my fear. Bring the focus back to this hour, this step, this breath with me. This is not denial. It is discipline, choosing the truth that sets you free over the lies that keep you spinning. My child, be watchful in these next 72 hours, but do not become obsessed with trying to catch me working. I am not a puzzle for you to solve. I am your Father walking beside you. You will notice alignment, repetition, and peace confirming the way, but you do not have to force moments to happen. Live your life. Do the small obediences. Keep your ears open and your hands open. I will place what I intend to place, where you can reach it without breaking your soul to grasp it. When you sense yourself scanning every corner for a sign, return to the simple question. What is the next right step that fits inside peace? Then take it. My beloved child, because I love you, I will warn you about the snares that try to steal the next 3 days. Distraction will dress itself as harmless relief. When you feel a nudge to act, a message to send, a boundary to set, a rest to take, do not numb out with endless scrolling, mindless tasks, or sudden busyness. Do not talk yourself out of obedience by overanalyzing it until it evaporates. Do not delay the simple step with a grand plan to be perfect later. If you are tempted to postpone, speak this with me. I will obey the next small instruction within the next hour. Set a gentle, real boundary with yourself. Before this cup is empty, I will send that note. Before I leave this room, I will breathe and choose peace. These are not rules. They are rails that keep you moving with me. My child, here is how these 3 days may unfold. Day 1, clearing and listening. Less doing, more making room, practicing the pauses, discovering that peace answers you. Day 2, aligning and acting, 1 or 2 concrete obediences that fit within peace, small doors opening without you forcing them. Day 3, confirming and sealing, conversations that echo your prayers, a phrase repeating with weight, a settledness that says, "This is the way, walk in it." Do not grade yourself. Do not measure how spiritual you feel. Measure by this: did I choose peace over panic? Did I obey the next small instruction? That is walking with me. My beloved child, I arranged this appointment long before your calendar filled. It continues beyond these words. When the video ends and the room goes quiet, your Father does not leave. I am with you in the kitchen and the commute, the inbox and the errand. Tomorrow morning, whisper what I taught you. Father, I invite you into this day. Lead me by your peace. Midday, pause and reset. Evening, review and release. If you forget, begin again. If you stumble, begin again. I am not counting your failures. I am counting your returns. And every return is a victory over the noise that tried to own you. My child, take my hand now. Say, Father, I will walk with you, not ahead of you. Over these next 72 hours, lead me by your peace, and I will obey your gentle nudges. I hear you. I am already answering. Doors I prepared are not loud. They are aligned. Steps I am giving are not heavy. They are holy. Stay close, breathe, listen, and move when peace says move. Within the next 72 hours, you will recognize the quiet shift I have been preparing. You will know it because you will find yourself steady where you used to shake, clear where you used to cloud, brave where you used to brace. And you will say, "This is my Father with me." Keep walking with me. Do not run ahead. I am here and I am finishing what I started. My child, do not leave this moment the same. Pause right here and let me seal this in you. Nothing about this encounter is random, not accidental, not a passing inspiration. I arranged this appointment long before you felt your chest race and your thoughts scatter. I knew the exact day, the exact hour, and even the state of your mind when these words would find you. Hear me. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not behind. I am with you, and I am finishing what I started. My beloved child, I am not meeting you only in quiet rooms. I am speaking within your noise. I am not waiting for a perfect schedule. I am stepping into the schedule you have. I am not waiting for you to get this flawless. I am walking with you as you practice. I chose you in the chaos. I called you while your phone buzzed and your mind sprinted and your eyes scanned for relief. I am not embarrassed by where I met you. This is my joy, to enter your storm and steady you from the inside out. My child, I commission you now. Carry peace into your next task, not a fragile mood, but a governing presence. Let my voice be louder than your internal noise. Let peace be the filter, the boundary, the measure. If you must abandon peace to proceed, it is not your path. If a choice makes you smaller, harder, frantic, it is not from me. Choose the step that lets your breath return. I am not rewarding panic. I am rewarding trust. Walk forward with gentleness toward yourself and courage toward your assignment. When you enter a room, bring the quiet you and I share. When you open your inbox, do so with a slow exhale that says, "My Father is with me." When you speak, choose words that sound like oxygen. Do not perform calm. Permit me to calm you, and then act from that nearness. My beloved child, shame has said you are always late. Comparison has said everyone else knows what to do. I say to you, you are right on time because you are with me. My plans for you are not so fragile that they break under the weight of a hard week or a hard year. I have counted your steps, even the ones that wandered. I have counted your tears, even the ones you wiped before anyone could see. I have counted your returns to me, and every return is a victory I cherish. Lift your head. You are not disqualified by exhaustion. You are not dismissed by distraction. I am here steadying you to carry what I am placing in your hands. My child, within the next 72 hours, stay awake to the quiet shift I have prepared. Watch for alignments that do not demand you to betray yourself. Watch for repetition, phrases and opportunities echoing the same direction. Watch for the door that opens without you forcing it, the conversation that lands like an answer, the settle that replaces the spin. Know this, I do not compete with panic. I lead by peace. When peace rests on a decision, you will feel your shoulders drop. When peace checks a path, you will feel a gentle reluctance that asks you to wait. Honor that yes and that not yet. This is how we walk together. My beloved child, you worry about losing what you feel right now when the page turns and life resumes. Hear me. I will keep speaking in the middle of your life. I am the God of the commute and the kitchen, of the hallway and the inbox, of the bedtime routine and the early morning hour. I am not distant. Say my name under your breath and notice the air return to your lungs. Ask me for the next right step, and I will give it. We will do this hour by hour, and in these next 3 days, I will confirm what I am saying, not with spectacle to impress you, but with steadiness to empower you. My child, let us seal this together. Place your hand over your heart if you can. Say, Father, I receive your presence, and I will walk by your peace. Say, I will not run ahead, I will stay close. Say, I trust you to finish what you started. Your simple yes is powerful. Your willingness is enough. And if you can, type it now as a witness to your own soul. Comment Amen if you will stay close. Do it by faith, not by feeling. And because love multiplies what it receives, share this with someone whose mind feels crowded. You will not be emptying yourself by sharing. You will be opening a window for them to breathe too. My beloved child, I bless you with a calm mind and a clear path. I bless your ears to discern my whispers even in a busy room. I bless your eyes to notice the small signs of alignment that I send. I bless your heart with protection from the lies that say you are late, unworthy, or alone. I bless your body with rest that repairs and breath that returns on command. I bless your next 3 days with guidance that arrives on time and strength that matches your assignment. Let peace rest on your decisions like a hand of light. Let courage rise without strain. Let joy spring up in ordinary places and surprise you with how easy it can be to smile again. My child, when the enemy reaches for you with noise, remember what I have taught you. Stop, breathe, speak truth, decide. Speak my name and feel the spiral loosen. Declare out loud what is true. I am not alone. My Father is with me. Peace is my path. Then take one step that agrees with that truth. You do not fight chaos with more chaos. You overcome it with the presence you carry, the presence I am. You are not empty-handed. You leave this moment empowered, commissioned, and accompanied. My beloved child, listen to me one final time in this moment. You are leaving with my presence. Stay close and you will see what I am about to do. Do not be afraid of moving slowly. Be afraid only of moving without me. Do not be impressed by loud options. Be loyal to the quiet yes of peace. I am already in your next conversation, your next choice, your next room. I am guarding your heart, guiding your steps, and gracing your pace. Within the next 72 hours, you will recognize my hand, and you will say, without striving, "This is my Father with me." Go now in my peace, Walk softly and surely. Return to these words when the world grows loud. I am with you. I will not let you go, and I will finish what I started. Amen.